So I want to introduce our BSW speaker. So sometimes in this field, we all need a little reminder of the overlooked beauty in this world. I'd like you to do yourselves this pleasure and savor this moment by putting your hand over your heart. Now press down. Do you feel it? Press hard, especially if you got to get through that well-deserved regalia. Do you feel your heart selflessly doing amazing things in there? When we stop and reflect on the beauty of the heart, it is courageous and it surges strength and vitality. It is humble in its character. It's excitable in its nature. And most of all, it's incredibly vulnerable from beat to beat. When students come into my classroom with a heart that is open to growing in all these qualities, I know, and their peers know, it's gonna be a rockin' semester. When I first got to know your BSW speaker, Bianca Madden, last fall, she had all of these qualities, and some were beating harder than others. One day in our 461 class last semester, we had a guest speaker, Suzanne Sears, the director of Beckwith, which is a campus residential site where some students with physical disabilities live. Susan generated a conversation that was spirited and provocative to get students to think about how even us as social workers, we have many biases about people with visible or invisible disabilities. I remember this day distinctly because this is when I truly saw all the aspects of Bianca's heart's capabilities come together. Bianca raised her hand and does what she does best and showed incredible courage to admit that even though she considered herself an advocate of this population, she appreciated the opportunity to be humbled by these new perspectives. See, that's the thing about Bianca. She has this incredible ability to be vulnerable about what she doesn't know, which is tough in a room of peers with varying levels of experiences in the field. And then in the same moment, to have the capacity to show excitement about all the possibilities that these new ideas bring. So fast forward this spring, and guess where Bianca spent 16 weeks and learned a new level of courage, expressed great vulnerability with a new population, and got excited about how she could go from being a good advocate to a rock stellar one. Yep, you guessed it, she went to Beckwith. The best part about introducing Bianca at the end of her senior year is to watch this amazing growth in her professionalism, her wisdom, and in her continued enthusiasm. As her path before her to grad school will have many unknowns, I know all her heart's qualities will continue to beat stronger in her passion for her work as her heart flourishes in all the ways that are authentic to her. Please join me to welcome our BSW speaker, Bianca Madden.
Thank you so much, Julie. That was so nice. And good afternoon to all the family members, faculty, and my fellow graduates who sit with me today. Isn't this exciting? Here we are on graduation day. If your mindset is anything like mine, this is a bittersweet day for you. I've been savoring every last day of college during this final year, for meeting so many new and interesting kinds of people that I would have never met back in my small suburban hometown, all the way to finally taking a picture by the alma mater statue in my cap and gown. I hope you all had some incredible experiences. I want to hold on to these 4 years forever. But don't get me wrong, I am scared of being out in the real world. But I am also so excited for the new beginnings and growth that lie ahead of us. As a student, I remember not having a clue what the 9 social work competencies were and stumbling through recording role play videos and struggling through research and policy. I was thinking, what am I going to do when I have to go into my internship? There will be real people out there who are counting on me to help them. Am I ever going to be ready? But internship has also come and gone. You have already impacted the lives of so many people with real services in a real social work setting. Hearing about all of your unique experiences in the field has been so exciting and encouraging to me. We have been through that feeling of building rapport with your first client and getting through your first important task without messing up, and saying goodbye to your internship and taking all of those valuable experiences with you into your future careers. Though we may not have all spoken to each other, I feel like I've gotten to know you all. Maybe I don't know all of your favorite colors or all of your favorite foods, but I have never felt quite as inspired, quite as challenged, or quite as empowered as I did when I was in class with you all. Professors, you laid the groundwork for us to have these conversations. You brought professional insight into our discussions about child abuse, domestic violence, race, substance abuse. The list goes on. But you let us take the stage, and you let us speak and develop our voices. Our School of Social Work opened me up to learning about experiences that I had never thought of and issues that I had never faced. It was powerful and moving without ever trying to be. We shared that power with each other, never trying to compete with one another, but just encouraging each other along the way. You all shared your stories, your opinions, your knowledge, your passion with one another. It made me feel at home, and it reaffirmed the feeling that I had made the right choice coming into this program and into this field of work. The social work program in Illinois has done all the things that I can only hope to do as a future social worker. It nurtured our strengths. It helped us realize our full potential. It gave us individualized attention and conditioned us to see the full potential in everyone. So that is what we just did. What are we going to do now? Maybe you know exactly what you're doing next, or maybe you have no idea what lies ahead. I think Stephen Covey said it best. There are 3 constants in life: change, choice, and principles. We are never going to be able to plan what's ahead, because the future will always change underneath our feet. But adapting to the circumstances, making the best choices for ourselves, and sticking to our principles as social workers will always lead us on the right path. Now that we have found our voices while we matured throughout college, it is time to go and give that gift to others. We have a responsibility to be that voice that can connect people in need to the resources that can change their lives. The voice that can listen before it speaks. The voice that can help raise up the voices that need a little extra help getting louder on their own. Because what are we without our voice? Our sense of self-advocacy and confidence? We are all a part of this human race, worthy of respect and dignity. As new and fresh social workers, I think we need to take it upon ourselves and set that example. I am honored to be walking across the same stage as you all today, because so much of what I have learned in this program has come from you. I have met some of the most hardworking, bright, funny, inspiring, all-around incredible people in this cohort. I know that each and every one of you will go on to do great things, to change the lives of individuals, all the way to changing the way this world works on a policy level. I know it because I have seen it in you, and because by nature of the conditions you have been put in, you have chosen to make the most out of them. You have chosen to take your hardships, your insecurities, your thirst for justice, and turn it around into action, into ideas, into empowerment. I am proud of you, class of 2019, and I know I'm not the only one who's proud of you. All the people sitting in this room, as well as the ones who are not able to make it today, they are proud of you, and they're ready to celebrate this great accomplishment of yours. I hope you all take such good care of yourselves, because you are so important, and you are all so needed. And I know you don't need luck, but I'm going to wish it to you anyway. Good luck, and thank you for 4 incredible years, Illinois.
Bianca Victoria Madden.
Will the BSW students please stand again? Now that you've sat down. Please move your tassels from right to left to signify the completion of your baccalaureate degree. Please join me again in recognizing these BSW, MSW, and PhDs upon their graduation.